Good morning, y'all. That's what my cup says. Welcome. Happy Friday. How is everybody doing? Let's see who's here. Jean says good day. Christine, happy Friday, Jacqui and Tribe with the beautiful flowers. Nick says, hi, everyone. Jacqui, greetings, lovely friends. Jennifer says, good morning, friends and Jacqui. Another Jacqui Friday. Morning, all. This is a bittersweet Friday for me, I guess. My husband took the week off, which he never does. He is a 100% workaholic, so he's been off all week. So I slowed down my client work this week, and now it's Friday, and it's kind of like that. Vacation's almost over. I love it. Elisa, buenos dias. Welcome, welcome. Jennifer likes the new couch. Thank you. It's a nice little addition to my setup here, I guess. If this is your first time with me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I'm joining you guys from Northern Illinois, and today we are talking about Mercury moving into Virgo. I'll give you a little bit of intuitive astrology about what that means, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards to see how we can best utilize all of that energy. Is it a comfy couch? Well, it's not Molly and the big comfy couch, if anyone knows what that is. It's comfy. Yeah, I guess. I've only sat on it once so far, but yeah. Hello, Lori. Blessings, Charlotte. Hello, Susie. Good morning, Karen. Welcome, welcome. Let's see, the last time I was here was last Friday. Is that right? We were talking about the Cardinal Grand Cross. Has your life stabilized since last Friday? Let's look at what's going on there. It's still pretty tight, but not as much. The Grand Cross is dissipating. I'm looking at the chart right now. There's still a pretty strong T-square between the nodes and Pluto. That's going to be active until November. So just know that that tension is going to be in the background between the nodes of fate and Pluto the destroyer. So I guess the more that you just flow and allow life to take things away and trust that things are leaving because it's for your highest and greatest good and you need to clear out the space to bring in the new blessings, that's the energy going on. But the last couple weeks have been rough. But I do feel like we're on the upswing from that. I feel like we're on the astrological clearing path. I love it. Jacqui says, yes, pretty couch. I was up in your neck of the woods on Monday. Saw dragon figurines at Down to Earth in Woodstock and thought of you. All right, Jacqui. So I live like 15, 20 minutes from Woodstock, and I've been to that downtown area a handful of times, not a whole lot. But a couple months ago, maybe it was July 1st, actually, I was there for a show with my husband, and we started walking around the square, which is not normal, and then I found that store. Never been there before, never heard of it, walked in. I actually bought this incense holder with the raven on it when we were there, and it was so cool. And I was, I never knew that it existed, and I was like, wow, how long have you guys been here? She was like, 8 years. Get out of town. And I never found it until earlier this month, and then you were there, so that's crazy. That's pretty cool. Susie, are people more romantic? That is a pretty subjective question, I guess. That's going to depend on where all this stuff is falling in your chart. If some of these harmonious aspects are happening in your relationship houses, 5th house, 7th house, maybe even 11th house. But Venus is retrograde in Leo, which I have a whole video on that. You can double check my YouTube channel for the Venus in Leo recording of Insight Timer. But Venus in Leo, like Venus feels generous and like leadership energy when she's in Leo, and she's retrograde. So right now we are being invited to like reflect on how much we lead with love, reflect on how much of a leadership role we've attracted into our life. So that's more of a reflective energy. So perhaps if people are reflecting and figuring out that they're happy with their choices, they might be more romantic. Hello, Sharon. Oh, Christine loves the blanket. Yeah, so this blanket used to actually live on the back of my chair, and it would like move around all the time. And yeah. Nick is a raging monster at the moment. Well, allow the emotions to come out, because once they come out, they're not in there anymore. I love it. Nikki, good morning. Susie says people around you are romantic, not you. Interesting. Hello, AJ, and hello, Bonnie. All right, let's get into Mercury entering Virgo, which is going to happen a little bit later today. Today is Friday, July 28th. Mercury enters Virgo today and will be there for quite some time. Mercury will be in Virgo until October 4th. The reason why Mercury is going to spend so long in Virgo is because this is where Mercury will retrograde. So that's not happening until about a month from now. So Mercury will retrograde through Virgo from August 23rd until September 15th. But we don't have to worry about that just yet. Mercury in Virgo offers us a sense of heightened mental activity because Mercury is the ruler of Virgo. So anytime planets are in their own sign, they feel more at home, they feel more comfortable, they can like really be themselves. So Mercury being responsible for all of our mental activity, our thoughts, our ideas, the way that we communicate, that energy will be a little bit more heightened. So actually, right now in the sky, there are 0 planets in air signs. We are lacking air in the sky. So Mercury moving into Virgo, that is going to amplify our mental plane, our logical plane, our decision-making plane. We might have been feeling some disharmony because we've been kind of forced to act through the heart with all these fire signs, to act through our intuition with a couple water signs in the sky, to act through what we want in our practical lives with all the earth signs in the sky. And we've kind of been lacking this mental energy. So Mercury moving into his own sign of Virgo might increase our logic and decision-making abilities for the next couple months. So Mercury, again, is responsible for our thoughts, our ideas, how we communicate, how we learn, how we teach. And it is entering into Virgo, which is a mutable earth sign. So mutable signs are the ones that come at the end of the season, and they serve the purpose of wrapping things up and making changes to benefit what's coming for the new beginning. So Virgo, being a mutable earth sign, our thoughts might be wrapped around moving physical items. So our thoughts might be wrapped around things such as physically rearranging furniture in your house, getting rid of extra clothes, extra clutter, extra things that have been just taking up your space. Mercury in Virgo might get you to start having ideas about what to do with those extra things. Virgo's an earth sign, and earth can represent our money, our resources, our finances. So Mercury in Virgo might have you think about how to move your money around, maybe withdrawing from one place to invest it into another. Virgo also rules exercise, moving the physical body. So you might have new ideas about like, oh, I want to try that hoop class, or I want to try that new technique of swimming or something. It might just feel, or like you might be thinking about, well, I've been walking every day for X amount of years, and maybe it's time to try something different. Like maybe I need to move my body in a different way. So Mercury in Virgo brings the mind to these areas to meet up with Mars, who entered Virgo on July 10th. So Mars, the planet of action, the planet of doing has already been in Virgo since July 10th. So the way that this felt to me is there might have been some like nervous energy for the last 2 weeks, that you've been acting without knowing why, that you've been like throwing things out without knowing why, kind of like acting before you think. You may have found yourself like rearranging, decluttering, sorting through and sifting things out without fully understanding the purpose. So yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys have been feeling that at all. Like you just have this need to move things, to get rid of things, to change things, but you're not like mentally on board with it yet. So that may have been happening for the last 2 weeks or so. Yeah, Susie's been decluttering. Jasmine's been in that space. Belle says, hell yes. Chantel, 100. Karen, yeah. Okay, cool. Christine's still trying to declutter, let go, and transform a space. Patty, last week cleaned out my closet and now moving furniture. Carol's been preparing a space. That's crazy. I love this. Christine says my trunk is full of things to donate today. So now that Mercury is moving into Virgo, we might have our thoughts a bit more aligned with our actions. We might be able to process the reason behind why we're doing this. It might like make more sense cognitively to us. So yeah, Mars will be in Virgo until the end of next month. I think it's August 27th off the top of my head. So we still have time where Mercury and Mars will both be in Virgo. So this will be a really good decluttering of physical things. Also, everything is connected, right? So when you throw out physical things, you have to throw out old thought patterns. It's just a symbiotic relationship. You can't have one without the other. So by changing up your external, your intern, changing up your internal. Sharon filled a bag of clothes from your closet. Jules, yes, decluttering. Chantel's been sorting clothes and doing jobs that need done in the house. Karen wants to relocate, still floating around trying to figure out where to go. Now that Mercury is in Virgo, you might have more of that ability to mentally process how your physical environment can change. Mutable Earth, changing your physical environment. That's pretty cool. Eliza, I've been clearing out space without even knowing why. There you go. I love it. Lori's been decluttering. That's great. So now that Mercury is entering into Virgo to meet up with Mars, as I said, our thoughts and our actions may be more aligned, specifically around moving things, changing things, clearing things out. And I did just want to mention about this Mercury retrograde coming up. We'll talk more about it as it approaches, but just as a reminder, Mercury will station retrograde in the sign of Virgo on August 23rd, and it will be retrograde until September 15th. There was just a strange sound outside my house. I don't know what it was, but that's very interesting. So during this upcoming Mercury retrograde, we still have a month, but when Mercury is retrograde, it's a time of reviewing our thoughts. It's not really a time of making new decisions. So this is just a bit of astrological advice. If you plan to rearrange or move something and you create the thought before Mercury stations retrograde on August 23rd, the act of moving it during retrograde serves less of a risk. So if you create the idea while Mercury is still stationing direct forward, then it's kind of like you're in the clear, but nothing is ever set in stone. But there's less of a chance of things going awry, even if you do complete the action during retrograde. It's the fact that the thought was created when Mercury was direct. If during retrograde, if you decide to start something new, if you sign a new contract, if you open a new account and the whole process starts during Mercury retrograde, that might just cause you some extra unnecessary setbacks. It's like starting something when the wheels are in reverse. So I'm just going to throw that out there because Mercury doesn't station retrograde until end of August. But if you're having ideas about things, like, it's okay to move through your ideas through retrograde. It's just not a good time to have new ideas. Yes, Jennifer, it was not my escape chicken again. We actually, so my husband had the whole week off, and that was one of our first projects, was locking down the backyard to make sure that the chickens don't get out anymore. And he fixed that day 1 of vacation, and the chickens have not escaped yet. So that's great. And they will not escape because they're in a really good lockdown at this time. Carmina says, according to the 23andMe results, I have a Neanderthal variant that makes it hard for me to discard unused possessions. I am endeavoring to capitalize on the Mars and Mercury and Virgo energies to make it a little easier to clear out. It's very interesting. And much like those results, as the way I talk about astrology, the energy is there. You get to choose how to use it. So sure, it might be difficult, but it doesn't make it impossible. Love it. Cool, Melissa said, that's good to know. We just made a plan for rearranging 3 rooms. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, everyone's laughing at Wade. What did Wade say? Wade, always with the jokes. I felt like decluttering this week, but I laid down on the couch until that feeling went away. Yeah. I do that often. I love that. But Karen says she's been decluttering her phone, cleaning up notes and texts and photos. Love it. Love it, love it. Yeah, very cool. I wasn't expecting this much energy behind you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised that everyone is decluttering things right now. That's very interesting. Because I've been feeling the same. I brought more stuff into my place, like this couch, a whole bunch of plants. But that was, my aunt passed away a couple weeks ago, and that was a lot of her stuff, so it wasn't my choice. We decluttered her whole apartment. That was a whole thing. But yeah, very, very interesting. So, Mercury moving into Virgo to meet up with Mars. We're going to ask the cards today what Mercury is inviting us to change. Maybe more specifically, what thought patterns is Mercury inviting us to change regarding our physical things. I'm just going to throw that out there one time, but the regular question is, what is Mercury inviting us to change? And we're going to use this Sacred Medicine Oracle. This felt very earthy, grounded Virgo to me. So the way that I do my readings is group readings. My Mercury is still lagging in Leo. I haven't gotten to the changing my mind part. I'm still fixed in Leo. So group readings all of the time, so feel free to send your energy into this deck. And choosing to call along your highest self, your highest guides, to ask, what is Mercury inviting us to change while in Virgo? So as these are group readings, I will allow 3 cards to fall out of the deck based on all of our energies. And when I show you the backs of the cards, you're going to see this image. See, it's the back of the card. You're going to see the same image 3 times. But I invite you to tune into your intuition. And what does that mean? That just means being mindful of anything that might change during viewing a card. So intuition comes from your physical body, noticing when things change. So that could be you get a ringing in your ear, or you have an itch, like a sudden itch or a muscle twitch, or you smell something, or something on the card just looks different. Something catches your eye on one card or another. Intuition comes in a myriad of ways, but your spirit guides and your higher self and everyone that works with you, the universe, will change things in your physical environment also to let you know if something is for you. So when I mentioned earlier, I was like saying the dates of Mercury retrograde, and something odd sounded outside my house that it's tucked away for later to process, but like that's my physical environment changing when something is happening. So I know to pay attention during that time for whatever. Maybe it'll be something really strange because I heard a noise that was strange that I've never heard before. But if I hold up a card and like your cat jumps on your lap, or your house creaks, or something, that could mean that message has a little bit more meaning. If you feel nothing, there's nothing wrong with your intuition. It just means that the whole reading is for you. Because the whole reading is for all of us. It always is. But sometimes some messages just need a little bit more of your attention at this time. And then there's a couple people in the chat right now throwing out numbers. They are using claircognizance, and that is just a clear knowing. So like I said, there's 3 cards in front of me. If a number between 1 and 3 or multiple numbers are just in your head right now, that could be you practicing your claircognizance. Interesting, Jacqui. Jacqui says, I'm trying to decipher 2 gorgeous yellow finches that showed up last night while we were eating dinner. Rarely see 1, 2 was something special. I actually have a similar situation. I've never seen a hummingbird before in my life, and I saw one on Wednesday night, and then yesterday I was in the backyard and I saw one and I pointed it out to my husband. And I've never seen one in like real life before. So I've been meaning to go into animal speak, into the dictionary in animal speak, and look that up. Yeah. And the incense that's burning right now is hummingbird spirit, so I figured I would embody it that way as well. Very, very cool. Let's see. So I will show you guys the backs of the cards. Let us know which ones resonate with you. Christine, I'm laughing at you. All right, guys, here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat which cards, if any, or if multiples are calling out to you. And I will hold them up one more time. The back of card number 1. Card number 2. And card number 3. Let's see who's working with what. We've got Susie 1, Jacqui 2 and 3, Jennifer 1, Helen 3, another Jennifer 1, Karen A 2 for me, Maggie 2222, Karen A 2, Rachel 1, Melissa 3, Patty 2, Vicky 1, Chantel 1 and 2, Jennifer all 3 with 1 being the strongest, Charlotte 3, Jasmine 1 and 2, Karen 2, Nikki 2, Wendy 1, Christine all 3 for me. Heard a bird in the background for all 3. Both times you held them up. There's a lot of birds going on by you today. That's nice. And 2 and 3, Laura Lee 1 and 2, Christine 3, Cynthia 3, Elisa, all 3, which is so strange. Usually only 1 or 2 stand out. That's cool. Yvonne, all, Bonnie 3, AJ 1 and 2. I know, Elisa. They're so cool to see the hummingbirds. Lori 1, Nick 1 heart, 2 Dantian, 3 throat. Cool. Jean is working with 2 and 3. Oh, that's awesome, Christine. You have the sanctuary. We actually have we have a bird feeder that like suction cups to our window, and it's in the living room, and it's finally working this year. Like the birds finally found the seed, and it's so fun. It's so great. It's usually like finches. Just plain old finches. I don't know. I'm still learning birds. But it's fun to see them come right up to the window and eat. Good morning, Alexis. You joined just in time. I'm just about to start reading our cards. We have 3 cards for the collective. If there's a number between 1 and 3 that just stands out to you right now, that message might have a little bit more oomph for you. But we are asking what Mercury is inviting us to change while he's in Virgo. All right, so card number 1, what is Mercury inviting us to change? It's card number 1, Sweetgrass Braid, and the message is receptivity. Good morning, Mishi. Mother Earth's hair comes forward to bring blessings of abundance, joy, and love. This sacred plant has traditionally been used in sacred ceremonies to call on good spirits. It is also commonly used for beautiful crafts, decorative baskets that release its well-known vanilla scent. It is here to bless your path and help you to receive 1,000,000-fold for all the beauty you have put out into the world. Reciprocity, the practice of giving and receiving, is a very important part of walking in balance. And at this time, you are being called into the receiving aspect of this teaching. There have been moments where you have given generously, and this gift of abundance is well deserved. There is nothing else you need to offer at this time. Sink into receptivity and allow all that is meant for you to come flowing like a never-ending waterfall. Sweetgrass brings us back to love, kindness, and honesty, aligning us to walk a life of integrity. Only you can know how to best walk through this life, and the spirit of this medicine affirms that you do indeed walk from your heart. Showing up intentionally is what is being called of you now. Keep going. The world needs the blessing of your gracious presence. That's wonderful. There's an affirmation that goes along with this card as well if you would like to. Oh wow, Elisa is reading Braiding Sweetgrass right now. That's cool. Very cool. So there's an affirmation. If someone would like to type this in the chat, that'd be great. The affirmation is, I am ready to receive. Abundance is coming my way. I am ready to receive. Abundance is coming my way. So, wow, thank you, Jackie. This just got a lot more deep with Mercury in Virgo because, guys, Virgo is the sign of service to others. So as Mars entered Virgo, you also might have found yourself doing more for other people. Now that Mercury is in Virgo, you might find yourself thinking about what else you can do for other people. But this card, if card number 1 called out to you, this is Mercury telling you, like, you've done a lot. Learn to receive, because it's all a balance. So what is Mercury inviting us to change? If card number 1 called out to you, it's changing your mindset of the balance of giving and receiving. So you might need to throw out some self-deprecating thoughts that, like, you're not good enough to receive, that you need to do X, Y, and Z in order to be worthy of receiving. It's all a balance, right? So yes, giving is amazing, right? I love to give. This is what I do when I come on Insight Timer. I give knowledge and advice and wisdom, and that's it. And I can give and give and give until I'm depleted, right? Actually, this is speaking Sun in Leo, Venus in Leo so much. What is Leo energy? It's the generous king, but the king sometimes needs a thank you. It needs a pat on the back, needs some reassurance that, like, people are benefiting from what the king is doing. So giving is going to deplete eventually. So you need to allow yourself to come back into balance, receiving everything that is coming for you so that you have more to give, right? And vice versa, and back and forth, and it's a whole thing. But if card number 1 spoke to you right now, the universe really wants you to focus on sitting back and receiving and allowing things to come to you and allowing blessings to come in and abundance to come in, because just by being you, you deserve to receive good things. You don't need to do enough to receive enough. You just need to get out of your own way to receive what you're meant to receive. Jackie, the beauty of a laptop. Oh, is that why you're able to type it so fast? Sharon says, last Friday I volunteered for a nonprofit. I love it. Jackie, fill your cup first and give the spillover. Yeah, I like that. Jackie taught me that saying with the teacup and your saucer. You have to let your cup fill enough so that you are overflowing, and then what's left on the saucer is what you can give to others. And I heard someone else on like TikTok or something, I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about like, don't pour your cup. Like, you are meant to be full. You are meant to be whole. You can give people the extra. Like, you deserve to be whole yourself. You're not here to deplete your resources and make yourself less to make sure that others are whole. You're here to give the abundance that you have, the extra that you have. Because there is so much extra, and it's all our mindset that makes us believe that there is not extra. Card number 2, what is Mercury inviting us to change while in Virgo? Card number 2 is full spirit moon, number 4, and the message is shine. Actually, we have a full moon coming up on Tuesday, so just saying. What needs to be released so that you can shine as bright as the full moon? In Grandmother Moon's fullest expression, we are blessed with a light that is unapologetic and bold. Your precious essence is being called forward to match this energy. While we all go through seasons where our light dims and we feel small, this card shines forward to clear that away. What self-deprecating voices need to be released from your heart? What beliefs from your soul? As you step into the beauty of the expansive moonlight, you are pure illumination and potential. If you have felt shy in the past to radiate in your fullness, remember that you are enough and there is space in the world for you. You belong. Allow the tides of your inner waters to be pulled by this full spirit moon, for you have walked the path of becoming, and you can no longer deny your spark. Claim your magnetic essence, reveal your truth, and be. I love it. If someone, maybe Jackie, our secretary on the laptop today, can type the healing affirmation, the affirmation for this full spirit moon: it is safe to take up space. I stand audaciously and own my luminosity. It is safe to take up space. I stand audaciously and own my luminosity. Yes, Jasmine, this is a complimentary card with number 1 for sure. So what is Mercury inviting us to change? When you dim your light, it's time to let go of times that you dim your light in order for other people to be happier or something. You know, there's a whole bunch of reasons why we dim our light. But Mercury wants us to let that go. Let go of the practice of making ourselves small, of making ourselves less than, and allow your light to just shine. Just be, right? So many of like the readings that I do with clients and everything, that's always the message that comes out. Lots of times, like, what is my purpose? The question is, what is my purpose? 99, actually probably 100% of the time, the answer is just be. Like, you don't have to do anything. You are the light already. Just get out of your own way. Get the thoughts out of your own way and just be. Just make yourself happy, make yourself shine, and that is the light that is needed in this world, is just your wholeness and beingness. Deeply resonates with Karen A. I love it. Christine, I love this, especially. And B, yeah, I'm learning that lesson right now also. The name of this deck, Cynthia, is the Sacred Medicine Oracle. Fabiana says, powerful and beautiful. I am feeling it is time to pamper myself. Love it. Hello, Melinda. We are just about to get to the third card of today's pull. Karen says this card was definitely for me. Resonates with Chandra. I love it. Thank you, Jean. I like that. Jean says that can be a Virgo issue too, caring for others and not shining ourselves. Yes. Rachel, the Sacred Medicine Oracle. The Sacred Medicine Oracle. Ugh. This is, card number 3 is one of those cards that challenges my vocabulary. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know. I'm ceasing the caring. I'm gonna do my best. So card number 3, what is Mercury inviting us to change while in Virgo? Card number 3 is card number 6. Mino Bima Diswin? I'm sorry, no disrespect, can't say it. Walk in a good way. And the message is realign. Mino Bima Diswin is a teaching for our people that reminds us how to move through the world. Oh, that's a tribe name. The Anawashabimoan word. This word translates to walking in a good way, which means that you walk in a relationship with all our kin, the beautiful beings that exist upon this great Mother Earth. Today, this card comes forward to remind you to open your eyes to the divine energy that flows through all things, even you. Are there aspects of your life, words, or actions where you are not in your fullest integrity or alignment? Are there relationships in your life where you've left things unsaid and you need clarity? Have compassion for yourself today and allow these truths to rise. We can move toward healing only when we acknowledge what needs to be looked at. Are there places where you are feeling disconnected from the source of who you are? Sometimes we fall off our path and we just need to be guided back. This card asks you to take responsibility for your healing path. And the affirmation for this card, I return to the truth that source flows through me. I am aligned. I return to the truth that source flows through me. I am aligned. Thank you, Jackie. So what is Mercury inviting us to change? Not our path. What does this mean? How we're perceiving our path. Like, not changing the path, but changing the way that we view our path. Seeing, like I feel like the fog is lifting from the path that leads us to everything that we desire. I feel like this whole reading has been about how we take care of other people, and it's time to take care of ourselves, which, wow, that sounds selfish coming out of my mouth. But just knowing, especially too, not only is Mercury moving into Virgo, the nodes of the moon, guys, this year and a half, just starting within the last couple weeks, we need North Node in Aries. We need to think of ourselves South Node in Libra, we are releasing ways that we people please. We are releasing going along with things to not rock the boat. This whole reading, guys, is about shining our own light, doing things for ourselves, walking our path, knowing that the divine flows through us as much as it flows through everything else. It's not selfish. It's not selfish to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself if you want to take care of other people. It's a balance. It goes back and forth. It's not that you take care of yourself 100%, but chances are, right, if you're here in this Insight Timer session and you're here in a meditation app trying to like meditate and walk down your spiritual path, there's a really good chance that you're doing more for others than you're doing for yourself. So Mercury wants us to change the way that we think about caring for ourselves. What do you guys think about that? Fog lifting is a great analogy, Melinda. Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah, like you think you're on this path, and there's multiple ways to go, but like the path that's meant for you, your highest path, might have had like a haze over it. And I feel like Mercury is inviting us to choose to lift the haze. Cat, yeah, what's in front of that card, or what's in front of the sun? It's an eagle. It was an eagle. Elisa, oh man, this gives me the chills. Excellent card for Bonnie. Love it. Jennifer, I picked number 1, but I needed and resonated with them all. Absolutely. And I felt the same. I don't know if you guys noticed my face changed when I held up card number 1 because something weird happened outside again. But yeah, I feel like Jennifer, I can align with you. Like, this is the first step. This is the strongest step, learning how to accept abundance. And then by accepting that abundance, you will more naturally shine, and you will be able, like if you're shining, you're gonna light up your path. Like you're not gonna need something else to light up your path for you. You will be your own lighthouse, you know? Love it. We have one more deck that we're going to pull from, but let's just read these comments. Melinda says, it's not selfish. You are the most important person in your life. Yeah, something else that I heard. You're the main character. You're the main character in your story. Are you treating yourself like you're the main character in your story? Christine, all 3 were perfect for me. Elisa, can you repeat the last part you said about card number 3? I honestly, at this point, don't remember what I said. What about... I said a lot about card number 3. Charlotte, thank you so much for your donation. Much appreciated. I caught Lift the Haze. Yeah, so this is realigning our path, card number 3. So the way that it looked to me is that there's... like we're on a path and there's options. There's so many paths in front of us. And the one that is for our highest good may have had some kind of haze over it. So what we asked for this reading, what is Mercury inviting us to change while Mercury's in Virgo? Mercury is inviting us to change the way that we see the path. Right? Maybe it's not even lifting the haze. Maybe it's choosing to walk through the haze because you just know. Your body, Virgo, your body knows that what is on the other side of that haze is for you. I love it. Lori says, I went on a 2.5-day retreat last weekend, and that so much helped me refocus on myself. That's great, Lori. And that's some affirmation for me. I've been looking at dates to do another Vipassana meditation. So that was another, there's the universe telling me that that's time for me to do that. I love it. Sunny has been in a fog. So true. Lift the haze and become our own lighthouse, Eliza. I like that. Wendy, funny, I was just exhausted and laid down for a few minutes, clicked on your live event instead of a 10-minute meditation, and love your down-to-earth wisdom. Just what I needed to replenish. Thanks, Wednesday. Thanks, Wendy. Feel free to come back whenever. I'm here a lot. Alexis, I've done everything in my life for everyone else, and recently I decided the path I'm on might not be the right one for me. I'm going to Spain for a month, and some people might think I'm crazy, but I was called to do it, and I'm finally taking care of my health as well. That's awesome, Alexis. Who cares what other people think? What other people think of you is none of your business. It's their shadows. The way that when people judge you, they are just projecting what they don't think that they're capable of onto you. So I try really hard to not care what other people think. Easier said than done. You know, it's a process too. Thank you, Jackie, for your donation. Love it. Jackie, feel like this has resonated with the realization I've been having this week. Same. This week has felt very much like I need to take care of myself as well. Interesting. Jennifer's gonna try her first solo trip in September. That's exciting. That's exciting. Jackie, lots of small tasks for others is a lot, but it's easy to write off a little thing here and there. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Jackie, need another session for you to share Vipassana meditation. Actually, Jackie, the center near us is near Rockford, but this piece of hair, the whole session has been bothering me. Vipassana is a meditation technique that I can't speak to like 100%. I went on a retreat before. It's a 10-day silent meditation retreat. The Vipassana meditation in itself is a body scan. The last time that I went, I left on day 5 because I got my first ever cognizant download. I was sitting on top of a hill where I wasn't supposed to be, being my own rebellious self, and I was just reflecting on my life up until that point. I had recently, like months prior, I broke up with a guy that I was with for 5 years. It happened to be the dog's birthday that we had together, so I was like missing my dog. I don't know. But then I had a download of a 5-step plan about how to marry the guy that I'm married to right now. So I left the retreat early and I went to his house and I was like, hey, here's my 5-point plan. We're going to do it. And we've done 4 of the 5 points so far. And yeah, it's just a cool thing. And I think I'm ready to go back and do the full 10 days. The silent part is not the difficult part. I love not talking. It was just like I was just called so strongly to leave early, and I would like to go and do the whole thing and see what else comes through. Nicole, thank you so much for your donations. Daphne, all the cards are making a lot of sense and coming at the right time. Been exhausted for months. Now can rest for a while, hopefully. I love it. Wendy, I'm listening from Europe, and my grandfather used to call me Wednesday. Oh, that's really funny. I wonder if he said that for me, because Wednesday wasn't even anywhere in the chat at that time. Yeah, that's so cool. Helen is depleted. Hit the bottom. Well, when you're laying flat on your back on the ground, what are you looking at? Where's the only place that you can go? Right, Helen? We'll ask which animal spirit serves us best during Mercury in Virgo. Alexis and Melinda, thank you girls for your donations. If you guys have been enjoying today's session, if you'd like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, also throwing your energy into these cards, asking which animal spirit serves us during Mercury's time in Virgo. If you would like to show your energetic support in another way, you can follow me on Insight Timer. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel also. I post all of these replays on YouTube, so if you want to like go back and revisit things, the videos are all there. Just search my name on YouTube. Actually, my link tree is in my Insight Timer bio, and all my links are in there for my YouTube channel, for my website, for my podcast, for my Facebook and my TikTok. I still laugh at myself every time I talk about my TikTok. I'm 32, but I still feel in some ways like I'm too old for TikTok. I'm still blown away with like how much good information is on that app. I've learned a lot from TikTok. It's pretty cool. So if you're not on it and you're being resistant like I was for such a long time, just know that it's not all stupid trendy dances and stupid things. There's a lot of wisdom on TikTok. Because it's, yeah. But we're asking which animal spirit serves us best during Mercury's time in Virgo, and that is from now, July 28th, until September 15th. Nope, that's when retrograde is. From now until October 4th. That is how long Mercury is in Virgo. July 28th to October 4th. Elisa, Jackie, Daphne, and Christine, thank you guys for your donations. Very much appreciated. Elisa says, thank you, Jackie. Appreciate you and your knowledge you so kindly share with us. You're so welcome. This is fun. I love doing this. Helen is taking this weekend to totally take care of only me in nature with some silence. Helen, that sounds so nice. That sounds so nice. Let's ask for an animal spirit, guys. Is this the third time I'm asking for energy? I don't know what the deal is today. Which animal spirit wants to help us during Mercury in Virgo? We got two. We got two. I meant for one, but we got two. So there's two that want to help us. Christine and Karen, thank you, ladies. All right. All right, so which animal spirit serves us during Mercury in Virgo? And maybe we got two because Mercury is going to be in Virgo for such a long time. So the first one is Beaver. And the message is make manifest. Beaver doesn't just sit around thinking. He plans, then executes, carefully damming up waterways to construct the ponds and swamplands where he builds his island home. And that home? It's a marvel of modern engineering with an underwater entrance, snug dry bedrooms, and plenty of storage for winter foodstuffs. Beaver knows how to fundamentally change landscapes, bringing water to barren areas. Call on Beaver when you are ready for foundational change, whether remaking an inner landscape or creating something new in the world at large. Beaver teaches us not only to make manifest, moving from thought to reality, but how to plan for the future. Whatever you hope to accomplish, call on Beaver's medicine to help you go from idea to done. Lisa predicted Beaver. Helen says Beaver is amazing energy. This feels so perfect for Mercury in Virgo, thinking about what you want to change, bringing your thoughts into your physical reality, making manifest. Anytime you manifest something in the physical, right? And Virgo is an earth sign, so that's physical. Anytime you make something in the physical, it has to start in a thought form. It has to start in the ether, coming into your thoughts, coming into your reality. So during Mercury in Virgo, think about what it is that you want to change, and then just keep making those little steps, one step at a time. Bonnie could use a beaver in your basement. Oh, the flooding. The flooding. I'm sorry, Bonnie. Yeah, maybe channel beaver energy when you go down to your basement. Maybe get like a little beaver fetish, like a little beaver trinket, put it in your basement and see if it dams itself up. Christine says beaver energy, as you say, you can't make this stuff up. What is it for beaver with you, Christine? Elisa, oh man, this is so perfect for this season I'm going into with my business. I love it. Think, then act. plan, then act. But that's not it. That's not the only animal that wants to help us during Mercury's time through Virgo. Clearing and building my new space. That's right, Christine. I love that. I love that. I love that. Maya Toll is in my buying list. Yeah, that's the author of this bestiary oracle deck. It's Maya Toll. All right, which other animal spirit serves us well during Mercury's time in Virgo? It's the red fox. And the message is shapeshift. Despite being a redhead, Fox understands that the subtleties of camouflage. That's awesome, Kat. One moment she seems to be a small dog, the next a log, and then she'll move gracefully as a cat. In Asia, she's been wearing the face of a beautiful woman and sometimes of an old man. Fox is said to gain a tail as she masters her magic. A fox with 9 tails knows many things, including invisibility and the art of shapeshifting. Fox is a starlet turned spy, ready to stand out or blend in, and having the wisdom to know which is needed. Fox teaches that your exterior is an ever-changeable illusion. If she has appeared, see if it's time for a shift, or perhaps if someone is being shifty with you. I love it. This is just extra energy of shifting up your reality, shifting up the physical. And the physical doesn't have to be things like furniture and money, like I was talking about earlier. Your physical reality is anything in front of you. So this is just beautiful. Mercury in Virgo, thinking about how to change your reality. Beaver wants you to make the plans. Fox is here to help you know how to shift it. How, when, what to do. This is like the planning and the acting, and this is knowing like how to call on different parts of yourself. Love it. Rachel says, no way. I never think of foxes, but they are appearing all around me all the time, all of a sudden. I am in shock. So if that happens to anyone with any animal, with anything, right? If something just keeps showing up, a number, a color, a deity, an angel, an animal, that energy is trying to work with you. And that's a very bold statement. Not bold. That's a very big statement. So look up fox energy and just make your own, use your intuition to feel what that energy means to you, and then use it in the best way that you can. Like, that energy is trying to work with you. It's trying to help you. It's trying to be embodied by you. I love that. So this deck is talking all about shape-shifting. Knowing when to play nice, knowing when to get your stuff done, knowing when to serve yourself, knowing when to serve others, knowing when to, shape-shifting with intuition. Mishi, yes, the red fox I have seen in the past few days more than once. I love it. Rachel, that's great. Yeah, I'm excited to see what you learn from fox energy. Jennifer, mine has been cardinals lately all over. It's someone from my past still trying to figure out who. Interesting. I did a test with a cardinal once. It was on the tree right outside my window, and I was just talking to it, as normal people do, talking to birds and stuff. And I asked it, I was like, if you're coming through like as my dad, I want you to jump a branch. And not 3 seconds later, it jumped a branch. And I was like, okay, maybe that was a coincidence. And then I asked it again. If you are representing the energy of my dad, like move or fly away or something. And it flew away. And it was the coolest thing. So that was pretty cool. But what I know about cardinals also is that cardinals represent cycles of 12. So if that helps you at all, that came through when I first read Cardinal to talk about that. They represent cycles of 12, and I think that's because their eggs take, or that's Robin that takes 12. Cardinals are 12s, And I don't remember the specifics, but 12 days, 12 years, 12 months, 12 weeks, 12s. So, what are we doing with Mercury and Virgo? We're learning how to put ourselves first. Not meaning that everyone else doesn't matter, but meaning that you matter enough to make yourself shine as bright as you can during this upcoming full moon on Tuesday, so that you have enough to give to everyone else. Love it. Nikki says cardinal is my spirit animal, spirit bird. Love it. I'll be back next Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. Same time, 8:15 Central, for the full moon reading, for the description of what's going on with our Aquarius full moon, as well as some cards to go along with it. This replay will be on my YouTube channel, so you can either search my name on YouTube if you want to watch it, or you can go into my Insight Timer bio and click on the link tree, and the links for all my stuff are in there. Thank you, Rachel, for your donation. Thank you to everyone else who donated today. They're always appreciated, never expected, but I really do appreciate them. I invite all of you guys to tune into the energy of receiving. That was a big message. Tune into the energy of receiving abundance, because there is so much. There's so much available for all of us. And our beliefs can block us from receiving things, right? But the more you receive, the more you have to give, the more you have to receive, and it's a whole thing. Let your light shine as bright as you can. And how do you let your light shine? You got to fill yourself up. You got to fill up your own light to shine, and then use your own inner light to navigate your path ahead. And it's okay to redirect your path. I love it. All right, guys, I'll see you on Tuesday. Sending love to all. Namaste. Happy Mercury in Virgo. Enjoy moving all of your things around.